if you want to know who won, in my opinion, I mean, they got people saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Yo, you won, Kendrick. Round of applause.
I hope you have fun jacking off tonight.
Hey man, you can guess what? You can be the next Pusha T.
Keep pushing.
I know what people are here for. I know what they're here for.
I don't know why they're here for that, but
I know what you're here for, okay? Because I've been hitting. My dad, okay, called me using profanity. Haven't talked to my dad since. Haven't talked to my dad since. He called me screaming, yelling, saying, that Kendrick is killing that man Drake. Your man Drake is a fraud. You love this dude.
That's not how you get a Father's Day gift.
My sister texted me and said, hey, are you guys going to talk about the whole Kendrick and Drake thing? And I'm like, huh? I had a few other people text me and say, hey, what's your idea? What do you think? And if I tell you what I think during it, I didn't care at all. I'll be honest. I heard like the first couple songs and I was like, golly, these dudes did not come to actually rap for real. They came to play around and pity pat around. And then everything ended. A representative from Kendrick's camp went on Twitter and said, hey, it's over. It was for the sport. It was for the culture. Kendrick, Drake going at each other. J. Cole dropped out because he's a p***, and
is that what he said?
With. No, he didn't say that part. I added that in.
Oh,
but it's over with. We love the sport. He's a meow meow. We love the sport, and it's all good. And obviously, then we hear about the behind the scenes. But if we start from the beginning,
I mean, I don't think. I mean, we could sit here and just cut the candy right now. I don't think that anybody that's called a pedophile would contest to not snapping back at a situation like that.
Well, I mean, in his last song, Drake basically was like, dude, you can chop as many songs as you
I know, but the amount of TikToks that I've seen, bro, where people are like, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Like, bro,
they said,
I know, but that's going to be a thing now. You know what I mean? Regardless of paperwork.
Of course. So what I'm saying is, if you want to know who won, in my opinion, I mean, they got people saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
That's crazy, bro.
On TikTok
I mean,
now.
Biggie can say that he wants to taste where you came from your daddy's, you know.
So
and Cam can talk about suck and butt nutting, but
yeah, dude, I'm just gonna be honest. Like when you have people chanting that, I can't say that you won. Now, if when I listen to the music, because I listened to everything literally like a couple of hours ago, like the whole thing, I finally listened to everything, and I thought Drake had more of the better music. I just did. I thought he had, Euphoria, fire. Not Like Us by Kendrick, fire. Those are the two really, really dope.
Did they both come out with the same amount of songs?
One, two.
Drake came out with 4 songs.
1, 2, 4, 5.
So he came out with 1 extra song.
Yeah, he came out with 1 extra song after this.
And that's because of that double drop.
Yeah. So Kendrick dropped.
I'll tell you right now that the only song that I can say that I even enjoyed coming out of Kendrick's mouth was Euphoria.
I liked Not Like Us. I thought
that was
the
only thing that I could even. That's the only thing that I could even sit there and listen to because I'm not a big Kendrick fan.
Yeah, no, Euphoria, Not Like Us. For Drake, Push Ups was Tailor Made Freestyle was one of his better ones. Family Matters was the best song out of all of them in my opinion. And then obviously the last song that Drake dropped, I thought that was also better. So I mean, if you want me to tell you that, like, music wise, I thought Drake had the better music. But when you're Kendrick and we know how you dropped, right? Like, I can't sit there and say it like, oh, looking back now, Drake has the better music. Yes. But when you sit there and step on somebody's drops over and over and over again, it does mean that you win, because that's how Drake won against Meek Mill. He kept stepping on his drops.
Yeah.
So I can't sit here and say, oh, well, Drake won, and then be a hypocrite and be like, no, Kendrick didn't win that. Like, no, he did. Like, again, if you ask me about the music, I'm going to say Drake. But I understand why Kendrick won, because, again, I'm seeing people say, OVO.
Yeah.
OVO. I'm
BBL
seeing
Drizzy.
people say BBL. So I can't sit there and say
Yeah.
Drake didn't take the L. That's just how that goes. But that goes to a deeper point. But again, before I go to my deeper point, what did you think?
I just want to say that in all things considering, I truly think that if this went any further, Drake would just be like punching down. I think that in comparisons to career, this is something that hyped up Kendrick's career and brought him back in the spotlight. I think that in the music video where Drake packed up Kendrick's van from the album cover Mad City, you know what I mean? Was it Mad City? Yeah, Good Kids Mad City. But I think I have that vinyl. But
You do.
you know, I wish I could have seen Kendrick actually do some music videos. Like if he actually did some music videos behind some of this work, and not like just B-roll footage, but like
Actually
making
put some
fun
time
of
in, yeah.
like Hotline Bling or like some of the cornier things that Drake does. Like you're just sitting here telling him that like you rather hear him sing and not rap. Cool, you know what I mean? But again, like this is just a very like punching up situation, punching down situation. I feel like in career standpoints, there's really no comparison in career standpoints. The amount of hits that Drake's had, the amount of hits that Kendrick's had. I mean, it's just this is a situation where like MGK and Eminem were beefing. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like this is something new. This is something to talk about, but it's not really interesting.
And I think it may be more close. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like that. The gap is that far, but I definitely feel.
Well, who's the last person that came up that we actually no, literally, bro. Who's the last person that got into it, rapper wise, that got into a beef that besides like the whole Meg the Stallion,
Meg and Tony
and
Tory
and Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the biggest beef because they had hardcore beef while
They
the
actually
trial
had real
shit was
shit
going
going
on.
on,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean-
But that's like the biggest beef that I've seen besides like the stupid Joe Budden NBA shit. And like it's a lot of punching up, punching down situation. There's really
Absolutely.
no
and
fair
I mean,
fights
I
in
think
this.
it was like the closest thing to a fair fight we've seen in a while. But again, like I just.
Well, yeah, but
If
this was
I
no
was
Biggie
Drake,
Tupac. This was
right,
no Biggie
it wasn't
Tupac.
that.
This
But
was
if
no
I
East
was,
Coast West
if
Coast
I
shit.
was Drake, right? If I was Drake,
Yeah.
I would have really after like I dropped my first that I felt like was really good.
Yeah.
I would have really just trolled him. Like every single time
Yeah.
he dropped, I would have dropped some pop record, bro.
He didn't though.
I
And you
would have
know
sat
why.
there and dropped and I'm in that hotline bling.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would have done that every single time he dropped a diss record. I would have just dropped some trolling stuff.
Yeah.
Just because it's like that's what I think of you as. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because you can punch up all you want to. I'm not gonna sit there and.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
but-
at this point, who was this for?
But
Who made the most off of this?
Kendrick. But again, we know that this was a whole not just Kendrick versus Drake. This was Kendrick and Kanye and ASAP and Future
this was a
and
bigger
Metro
thing.
Booming
Yeah.
and whoever else wants to hop on the bandwagon
who's,
too.
But
Ricky
who?
Ross.
Well, did they threw shots at Drake too in songs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Weeknd did.
Well, I feel like everybody's
A$AP
throwing
Rocky
shots
did.
at Drake though.
That whole Metro Boomin and Future album. That's for 2 albums. That's
The
all
BBL
they did.
Drizzy. Is that what you're talking
It
about?
was all that.
Because that's a
shit.
Metro Boomin.
Yeah, Metro Boomin. All of that. It was 2 albums basically taking shots at Drake, and we saw what it was. We saw how cookie J. Cole is. How sweet as sugar, how sweet as honey J. Cole is. And you know what's really crazy?
He knew not to get involved.
You know what's really like what kills me is I heard the J. Cole album and I had such a newfound respect for him.
Oh, for the 7-minute drill.
Oh my God. Like the whole project though, I might delete this later. I had so much respect for that. Cause I was like, you know what? You standing up. Not only are you standing up, if we're talking music, right?
Yeah.
I think the person who had the best body of music out of everything that dropped with this whole diss, anything related to it,
Right.
is J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole's whole album was better than all these songs that all these dudes came out with, right? So it's like you showed that you had the skill to stand with these dudes, and you just bow out because you're meow meow. It's crazy to me, bro. Like that's so crazy to me, and I get it.
Yeah.
You feel like you want to bow out, you don't want to be in front part of the mudslinging or whatever. But I just think like real talk. You're so meow meow. And if I was Drake, I would never, ever, ever talk to you or deal with you again. Because you not only are you meow meow, you kind of a snake for just leaving that man out to dry and making, it's like me and you. Hey, it's me and you and 20 dudes in the bars trying to jump us. And then you're just like, yeah, man, you know what? I think I'm just going to sit this one out, bro. You got this, though. You got it, big dog. You got it, though. Like, that's what the dude was, bro. He
I understand that. I do think, though, that there probably was some discretion advised behind it just because of the fact that maybe, I mean, dude, J. Cole's been sitting in the shadows for a while now. So, to come back to his career and to go on tour and to do all this other stuff, I don't think that maybe, like, PR-wise, it was probably a good idea for him to get involved with that.
Guess what? You know what you do? From jump, as soon as you hear it, you go on stage like you are J. Cole and you say, hey, man, I love all my brothers and I just don't want nobody to beef and I love peace. And that's how you leave it. And you don't say nothing else. This dropping and then apologizing about it afterwards, that's where you're meow meow to me.
That's
because
where
then you're not standing on what you went to the studio.
You're not standing on business. Go check that out now.
Oh, yeah, Joe, standing on business. Go check that out right now.
I think it's on Spotify.
It's
standing
on YouTube,
on business.
Spotify, everywhere. Oh, yeah, Joe. It's better than any of this BS that we're talking about right now. But I think my deeper point on all of this, and then we can wrap it up because screw both of them.
Yeah, what's
Kendrick,
the deeper point, bro?
We sat here and allowed Kendrick, because he had one really amazing album in Good Kid, Mad City, put out BS album after BS album after BS album. Yeah, he dropped Damn, which was really good, but we allowed him to drop BS over and over and over again and let him not drop music over years and years and years because he told us that he's not watching what's going on and that he's somewhere in Africa trying to get so close and deep with his roots and make some so spiritual, slavery, amazing, black people uplifting, peaceful music, and he's so deep and he's so loving and we blah 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 blah. And we have allowed him to put out trash when this whole time this man has just been lazy and didn't want to drop music. And that's fine. But here's what's not fine. You can't then have all your minions, because we know that this is not what you've been doing. What you did with this whole diss thing is you expose that the same things that Drake does, which is having his people tweet out certain things and put certain things out into the atmosphere so that fans say it. You've been doing the same BS, but you've been acting like you're just so cut off from everything and everybody. You don't see nothing. You're just in Africa making music.
You're just sitting there fighting with your girlfriend.
And just sitting there and, putting 3 different voices on every single song because that hasn't been played out your whole goddamn career.
Can I say one thing? What is with the I'm about to myself voice?
Yeah, I don't like that. And we've let you get away with that because you said you're this artistic, you're so deep. And the real reason why you've been putting bullshit out is because you're lazy.
Yeah.
You can hide behind this experimental crap all you want to.
Yeah.
You're lazy. And the fact that you went into the studio and did 10 songs, 10 of almost your best songs in years.
Yeah.
Dissing Drake, literally playing the same game that Drake plays, shows us that this whole time you've just been a lazy artist. And every Kendrick fan has just been leaning on the fact, oh, his art takes time. Oh, he's experimental. When I sit there and say, hey, this has been trash for a little bit. No, man, you got to understand the deeper principles of what he's talking about. He's so deep, he can make a song about 2 people arguing, and it's like, that's not a song.
No.
That's just me and my girlfriend after I haven't gotten none for 2 weeks.
That's a therapy session.
So what are we talking about?
You're watching a therapy session go about.
So I say all that just to say, like, I'm done, bro. This man gets no more passes.
Yeah.
And the issue is that you can't sit here and then say, oh, it's just the big me and be upset and start throwing shots at everybody.
Yeah.
When you feel like you didn't get the same respect. When Drake and J. Cole have been putting in the work. They have been present. They have been dropping music.
Yeah.
They have been consistent. And you haven't. But it's all good and well because you're just somewhere in Africa being so goddamn inspirational and experimental. Man, get Get the fuck out of here with all that, bro. I don't want to hear none of that no more. So when we keep you out of certain conversations because everybody else is dropping music and you're not because you're lazy, don't be getting mad and then coming back and say, smoking on your top 5 tonight. I don't want to hear that because the top 5, they're active. Kawhi Leonard, you know why Kawhi Leonard ain't top 5 in the NBA no more? Because the don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can ball out when he's on the court. But guess what? Jokic is going to play. Hey, Giannis is going to be there 9 times out of 10. Hey, Luka is playing right now. Anthony Edwards is balling. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is putting in work. Kawhi Leonard sitting their ass at home.
Yeah, it's probably the last time that we talk about it. I feel like Kendrick, bro, you got some indecisive testicles. I'm going to stand on business right now and say that he's probably going to turn country after this.
Like, hey, if you really that guy, give us an album for real.
Yeah.
Because you just did 10 songs,
right?
Apparently in a studio session.
Right, with some indecisive testicles.
So again, it's not that you can't do it. It's just that you're lazy.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit. And that's all I got to say about the Kendrick and Drake beef. Yo, you won, Kendrick. Round of applause.
I hope you have fun jacking off tonight.
Hey, man, guess what? You can be the next Pusha T.
Keep pushing.
Took you from the hood and I could never give you back. With your sexy ass speaking Spanish when you mad. But I just wanna let you know that someone loves you back. We might have our back and forth, but I love.
Oh, gotcha.
So baby girl, just strip for me and make this night a blast. We've been booming in the sky. Put some Marvin Gaye on, set the mood right.